guys, coming at you today with a DIY homemade deodorant. This is a recipe that I've been using for the last 3 years, and I got this recipe out of this book, Essential Oils, Ancient Medicine, Dr. Axe. I'm sure you guys have all heard of Dr. Axe, and I just wanted to show you really quickly, like this is the times that I've made the deodorant, so 2017, 19, 2020. So typically this batch of deodorant that I make lasts me a whole year, and I really love it. So if you're new to homemade deodorant, word of advice is, like right now, this time of year, winter is probably the best time to transition from using regular store-bought deodorant to homemade deodorant, as your body is going to have to go through some sort of a withdrawal. And I did mine like during the summer, and needless to say, I was a little stinky and I had to apply the deodorant a few times a day. But after after 3 months, my body totally adjusted, and now I only put it on once in the morning. I typically take a shower in the morning, so then I put it on in the morning. Now I am going through menopause, so my hot flashes and during the night are a little bit more severe. So I have found that I might need to add a little extra in the evening, but most of the time it's just a one time a day application, and I love it. It's so nice, and this is I'm going to show you what I do, and I'm trying to do this really quickly because my husband and one of my sons are on their way home, and I wanted to get this video done before they got here. So I'm going to try and really get through this fastly. So this is the jar that I use, and this is my old here. So it's usually pretty creamy. It's a pretty creamy consistency, and then you just apply it with your fingers if you're okay with that. You can, I've heard, pour it into a plastic deodorant stick, but I don't like the idea of pouring something hot, because it's got to be, you're melting everything down and then pouring it into plastic. I don't like that idea at all. So I pour it in a glass jar, and like I say, it'll last in here for a year, and I absolutely love it. So I'm going to be using a fresh jar today, and I'll just clean this out and reuse it, of course. So our ingredients is coconut oil, so some organic coconut oil, shea butter, and arrowroot powder. You can't really see the package because I've had this for a while. And beeswax, baking soda, and some diatomaceous earth. It's just something I add in there, as that's an antibacterial. And your essential oils, which I forgot to grab my essential oils. I don't know if I can pause this and go back, so I might have to just run upstairs and then cut this out. And then I'll just show you really quickly. So I just use an old jar. We're going to put all the ingredients in here. So we're doing like a double boiler here. And yeah, and then just getting the water nice and hot. And then as I put all the ingredients in, we just mix till it's nice and smooth consistency, and then you pour it in the jar. You add your essential oil drops in once it's in the jar. You don't want to lose the benefits of the oil while it's boiling. And yeah, so I'm gonna take a quick minute and go run and get my my essential oils. I can't believe I forgot those. Okay. Okay guys, I'm back. I got my oils. So I'm going to be using lavender, sandalwood, and patchouli. I am a hippie girl. What can I say? I dig the scents. You can use any essential oils that you would like. You want to make it more feminine, you know, bring in like rose or jasmine. It's just a light scent, and it asks for 40 drops of essential oils in this recipe. So, all right, we're gonna get started. I'm going to start putting everything in the jar. Let me get my spatula. Or actually, I'll just start like this. So everything is a 1/4 cup. So I'm going to go ahead. Wait a minute. I don't want to dump this yet. I like to jibber jabber to myself a lot. Okay. All right, I'll dump my baking soda back in here because we want to start melting everything first. So I'm going to do the beeswax. So I have these little pellets and a 1/4 cup of beeswax, and just putting that in the jar. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Technical error. Okay, so what you do when you are a novice at this, right? Okay. And now we're going to do some shea butter. So this just came in a big block, and then I just put it in another plastic bag. And I've had all of this ingredients for going on 3 years now. And it's all good. All right, so getting the shea butter a nice good. Right here, this makes it nice and soft as you use it. Okay. Sorry, you can't see me here, and I don't want to try and move the camera again and have it fall down. I have a funky tripod. All right, and I had the water boiling, and then I turned it down and get a good boil again. Okay. I'll probably just do my cleanup after I finish this recording. All right, I'm doing the coconut oil. So a 1/4 cup of this. So we have a 1/4 cup of baking soda, a 1/4 cup of coconut oil, a 1/4 cup of beeswax, and a 1/4 cup of shea butter. Excuse me. Okay. And put this in. All right, I want to start getting that to melt. It does take about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes to make this because it's a kind of a slow process, as the beeswax is the longest thing that takes to melt. So just having patience. You can always have some good music on while you're doing this. And then what else do I want to get? The arrowroot and the diatomaceous earth. So the arrowroot is 3 tablespoons, and I'm just going to mix that in with the baking soda. The water is boiling. Good gosh, I'll make a mess. And then the diatomaceous earth, that I just got this at, we have a herbal store here in Las Vegas. It's really cool, I love it. You can buy, they have just tons of herbs, and you just buy whatever quantity you want. It's really cool. And I'm going to do a tablespoon of that. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to pause and go wash my hands. All right, I flipped the camera over, so now you can see this whole process. So I just use a knife and just start working to melt all of this down. Looking pretty good so far. most important thing is to make sure that beeswax is totally melted down, because otherwise you'll get little chunks of it in your deodorant. I did that the first time I made it. So out of all of my hygiene products, this is the most holistic one that I use. I've tried making different like lotions or butters, you know, like for the body. And I don't know, the consistency doesn't come out right. They're either really heavy and greasy, and I just don't dig them. I wish I could find something that I could make myself and opt out of buying something store-bought. I'm sure if I played around with it some more, maybe I could come up with something or find something. This is actually melting down pretty fast. I had the water at a pretty good boil before I started the video, so that might have helped a lot. So once I get all of this melted down, then I'm going to pour in the powder ingredients, the baking soda, arrowroot, and diatomaceous earth. And now it is melted. Cool beans. All right, I'm going to turn my water down a bit. And I think I'm going to scoop this in with a spoon and get it all over the place. So I have the water at a low temp, so it's not boiling, but still nice and hot. All right, got that all in there, and now I'm going to mix this up. Kind of turn it so you can see what I'm doing in here. And then once again, you want to just keep blending this until it's a nice smooth consistency. Oh, it smells so good. It's looking pretty good. Almost done here. All right. So I'm going to turn this off. And now, hopefully this is not too hot. Oop, I better get a little thing. These things are kind of awkward to use. A little support here. Oh, let me turn. Hold on. So you can see me pour it into the jar. I'm almost done. I'm doing a recording. Hold on. My son and husband just got home, so hold on. All right, I'm going to pour this into the jar. there's still a little bit of powdery stuff in here. So scoop that all out. Good. And then you can just toss this jar out, which is cool. Okay. And now I'm going to add my essential oils. So I had to pop this off. So I'm just going to do. So I'm just kind of pouring that in there. Okay. So I'm doing 20 lavender. I'm going to estimate I did a little bit more than 10 of patchouli, but that's cool. And then sandalwood. This does take a little longer to pour. Bear with me. We're almost done. Perfect. All right, and then we just mix that up. Nice and easy. Smells so good. And that's it, my dears. And then you just let this set, maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour. Usually after about 20 minutes, after it's cooled down, then I'll kind of just put the lid just on top of it. I won't screw it yet, or screw it on. And then once it totally sets, then I'll put the lid on and it's good to go. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope you're able to make yourself some homemade deodorant. It's much better than that stuff that's out there in the stores. And anyway, peace and love, guys. Bye.